Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. We have got a fantastic community because of your kindness, because you are so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there. Timestamp them as I go. My goodness gracious, do we have some Schadenfreude questions today? Goodness gracious. All right, let me scroll up and we will jump in. Today I am once again, thank you, Foxy Roxy. I thought I'd do a kind of 70s thing today. I'm kind of liking it. Oh, the nails. So it's fun. The swirls. All right. I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot again today. Ricky says, and the star of the show, Sir Snore-a-Lot himself, Boo-Boo Zenki. Yes, he's had a big morning. He's had lots of attention and water from the tap and half, and played with Mr. Dot. I got out the laser dot. Yes, so we played with Mr. Dot. We meet again, Mr. Dot. And ran all over like a crazy creature. And now he's all tuckered out. Thank you. Thank you. Cindy says, hey, everybody, beautiful day here in Chicagoland. It is sunny, 77 degrees up north of Autumn. It is 90 where I am, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, boy. All right, let's enjoy some Schadenfreude, shall we? Ready? Donald Trump wants to host another open golf championship at his Turnberry course in Scotland. The man who partnered with the Saudis to create the live tournament and try to poach PGA stars onto his own thing, he wants to host another open golf championship at his Turnberry course in Scotland. The problem? The course has been blacklisted from the Open until it changes ownership. How is Trump going to take this? What is the... And, well, 3 cards on how he's going to take it, and then 5 cards on what is the future of Trump and golfing? You know, we've never looked at that. We've never looked at what's going to happen. Is he going to reach a point where you can't leave your house, so you can't go golfing? Shall we look? All right. So, you arrogant, entitled moron, fascist, wannabe, would-be emperor, sniffy, Donald J. for genius himself. How are you handling the Open isn't going to touch your courses until they change ownership completely. And you have no one to blame but yourself. Kathy Lampson says, Trump says everyone wants to see it played at Turnberry. B. Smith says, you got to love the Scots. That too, yes. 7 of Wands. Oh, he's on the defensive. Because he's been heinous all this way along, and that's a shame. Hierophant, That would be the institution. The Six of Cups, nostalgia. Knight of Swords. He wants to know if he can sue them for blacklisting him. Really? I mean, that's not going to get past the temper tantrum until everybody else calms him down stage, but how dare they? How dare they refuse the Donald, the dimwit? Yeah. Good luck. All right, so Trump and the future of his golfing. Because the thing you have to understand is that, I mean, we've been getting a lot of, we've been reading on this for a long time. And will Trump go to prison? I've been picking up more on nice little ankle bracelet for him. But if he's got an ankle bracelet where it's properly enforced, so he cannot leave his ridiculous golden crusted whatever, or he is more formally contained. The future of his golfing will not be. I think he's blacklisted by the big golfing group. But correct me if I'm wrong. All right, Trump and the future of his golfing. By the way, not that you'd want to, but if you ever want to see what Trump really looks like, look at him while he's golfing, because he can't wear his girdle. He can't wear his lifts. Just throwing that out there. Oh boy. Trump and the future of his golfing. I'd say 4. It's the wrong sport, but foul. Let's just all call foul. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh, the Chariot. Okay. Please let that be a prison bus. Please let that be a prison bus. Please let that be a prison bus. After a fair legal trial. That's what I want. High Priestess. Wands. Oh, he's still playing for now. And as has been reported over and over and over and over and over and over, he's still cheating. That's what he does. Sun. He's also got really bad skin damage. Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I should have specified. This could be a little putting green inside his home, or if he's allowed to stay at home, some of those full-size virtual. I should have been more specific. Trump and the future of his actual going outside and golfing. Although if he's done everything he's done and he still has access to one of those full-size golfing simulators, I will be very unhappy. So actual going out onto the future of Trump golfing in the great outdoors. course, misses. I was just seeing putting green. Yeah, so was I. Yep. Two of Cups. All right. That could be all the different places that are all the different people who are legally going after him. Three of Wands. Four of Swords. Four of Wands. Justice. King of Swords. He's not going to have a whole lot of time. He has so much legal stuff ahead of him. But this is where it ends. Right now, we're still waiting. We're still waiting for people other than Bragg to indict him. Kelpie's asking, can't golf clubs be considered a weapon? Absolutely. So, waiting for his ship to come in. This is him out doing his thing for now. But then the justice and the prosecutor get in the way. All right, they get in the way. But then what? Reverend Ricky says, I don't think you should have access to a mini golf course. I agree. I don't think you should have access to a putting green, even an indoors one. I don't think you should be anywhere allowed near a golf club of any sort. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Queen of Swords. That's a whole lot of law enforcement getting up in his business. About time. Devil. Do I need to explain that? Magician. Now this is how he's gotten away with everything so far. And no, I don't mean demons. No. Do not give the idea of demons any real credit. They're glorified dust bunnies on the astral that want to scare you because they feed on low vibration energy. Some of them are really good at it. It's like, wow, that's a good act, but no. Don't. Ace of Swords. Sun. Page of Wands. Well, that's not him. That's not him out in the sun. Seriously curtailed. Ace of Swords. The big legal stuff is coming. And he's not out in the sun. That's either his kids, or... All right, well, his golfing will be curtailed. Show Clock says, I can see him swinging at people with his clubs because he would. Yeah. 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 And I agree. Sheila Stewart is saying, I don't think he should see the light of day. He should be held to the highest account. Can't do the time, don't do the crime. Yeah. Exactly. If anybody goes easy on this jerk now, we will end up in a bigger mess later. Period. It's just how it is. Exactly. Francis, I don't understand why he should be treated with kid gloves. He should be treated like any other trader. Yep. All right. Frida Smet says, let's be grateful his hobby is golfing and not swimming. Well, then again, there'd be a lot less discussion about the size of his hands. Did I say that? I didn't say that. Anyway, so at 15 minutes in, started at like 3. 15 minutes in, DA Bragg smacked down Trump's attempt to get the 34-count indictment moved to a federal court. I'm telling you, just let it wash over you. It's refreshing. Quote, defendant's alleged criminal conduct here is similarly divorced from any official duty or responsibility. The pre-election scheme and $130,000 payment to an adult film actress predated defendant's inauguration, and his post-inauguration actions all derived from this pre-inauguration conduct rather than any presidential duty, because defendant sought to conceal facts and to reimburse payments that preceded his time in office. Under these circumstances, defendant has failed to establish that the criminal conduct alleged here related to any acts performed under color of the office of the president, period, unquote. Apparently the judge said, yep, and that was that. At least that's my understanding. Again, as always, correct me if I'm wrong. I try to stay up on the news, but there's so much of it, you know? All right. So I just want to read about this. Really, ultimately, what we want is, are they really going to hold Trump accountable? Yes, Joanne Smith, he wants a federal pardon. Yeah. Federal pardon. Oh, gavel kitty. Yes, Tish. So Bragg in court, they're actually going to hold Trump accountable. And thank you for being here. Thank you for going through the news with me. It's really icky. It can be really icky energy. It's horrible to do alone. All right, Page of Cups. Quite often this has come up as Trump and his ilk underestimating the forces arrayed against them. We shall see. All right, I've got these few little extra hair. There's a reason they used to use so much hairspray, but I don't even own any. So I'm just going to have to kind of go with it. All right. Or they'd put like a barrette right here, and I'm starting to understand why. Okay, anyway. King of Swords, that's a prosecutor. King of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, she's been out a lot today. Six of Cups. Ding, 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 ding. Justice card, yes, indeed. Read 'em and weep, Trumpy. Oh, look at that. Prosecutor. These are games. These are games he plays, and he's always gotten off in the past, but nope. Boom. And I love this card. This is a great card. So, it just seems like it'll just seem like you're playing games, same old, and then boom. That's what that feels like. Okay, I'll take it. We'll take it. Oh, Kathy. Oh, Kathy Richards says today will be my last day watching live until August. I'll be here on the 4th of July. Well, I hope you have a wonderful summer. I'll be here on the 4th of July. I'm here every day of the year. Every single one. Anyway. All right. One of Trump's favorite stupid pastimes is to undermine people who have been loyal to him. If they do not toe the line exactly, he turns on them. So on Tuesday, Trump took aim at former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany, accusing the spokeswoman of intentionally reporting inaccurate poll numbers. Do go on. You have my attention. Quote. Oh, by the way, he called her milquetoast and misspelled milquetoast. J for genius, everybody. J for genius. But he has the best words. They're all misspelled, but he has the best words. Okay. On Tuesday, Trump took aim at former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany, accusing the spokeswoman of intentionally reporting inaccurate poll numbers. Quote, Kayleigh Milktoast McEnany just gave out the wrong poll numbers on Fox News. I am 34 points up and DeSanctimonious on DeSanctimonious, not 25 up. While 25 is great, it's not 34. She knew the numbers were corrected upwards by the group that did the poll. The RINOS and Globalists can have her. Fox News should only use real stars. Unquote. You misspelled milquetoast. You idiot. 3 exclamation points at the end. I use a lot of exclamation points. I sometimes have to apologize for that, but gee gads. Okay. Unfortunate spelling of milquetoast aside, will Trump continue to alienate everyone who once stood at his side? My man X. I love that impersonation of Frumpy. Thank you. Thank you. It's a toddler having a meltdown. Next time I read his tweets, I was trying to figure out how to keep reading and do the whole stomping of my feet. Kayleigh Milktoast McEnany gave out the wrong poll numbers on Fox News. RINOS and the Globalists can have her. Fox News should only use real stars. Anyway. So, you childish dolt, will you continue to, okay, they're going to do something here. This is going to bug me. All right. Will you continue to alienate everybody who's ever stood by you? But this is narcissism, people. People in the world are not individuals. They are extensions of the narcissistic self. Everything exists for them to be the center and important. 8 of Wands. This is just how he do. This is just what he does, how he does it. Knight of Swords. Oh, a strongly worded tweet, huh? Or tweet equivalent. Shaking in my shoes. Knight of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. Nobody cares. I'm gonna be mean because I'm not getting everything I should be getting. I'm not being carried around like Cleopatra with people throwing rose petals in front of me wherever I go. And you've got the burden of your far right stupid policies and just your meanness. The burden of the aggression and the cruelty and the past deeds and the, yep. He's not just going to suddenly wake up and be cured. No, that isn't how narcissism works. Unfortunately for people who have to live with narcissists. It's not how it works. Exactly, Sandy Miller, precisely. How does a narcissist change a light bulb? They hold on to the bulb and the whole world revolves around them. Yes. Yeah. Giselle says she stood there and lied for him all the time in the White House. Karma. This is what happens when you feed a narcissist. You think, oh, this will be great for my career. No career's worth that. All right. 2520. Glenn Bird had a question. 2520. New York Times reported that a Trump employee. Now, I don't exactly know how to pronounce this guy's name. I haven't heard it or I haven't heard it in a while. Is it Nauta? Will Nauta? Nauta? That's just what I'm going to go for right now. The New York Times reported that Trump employee Walt Nauta, actually one says, oh no, Will Nauta, Walt Nauta. It said later, it said Will Nauta do something. I thought that was the name. My mistake. Try again. All right, from the top. That's 26 minutes in. We have a great question from Glenn Bird. The New York Times reported that Trump employee Walt Nauta was caught on surveillance footage moving boxes from a storage room before and after the subpoena. Will Nauta fully flip to avoid prison? Nauta. Lucky Girl says Nauta. Holly and Friends says Nauta. Glenn Bird says close enough. To an optimist, the glass is half full. To a pessimist, the glass is half empty. To an engineer, the glass is twice as big as it needs to be. To an engineer's wife, the glass is fine. Leave it alone. Or husband. Wife or husband, I should say. All right. Walt Nauta. Okay, I don't know the background on this, but I'm getting like fear. Like panic attack, dread, that kind of dread that you can feel like right through your chest. Ugh. Oh, you mean like that? Yeah, just fear. Trudy says, how about Walt? We'll go with Walt. Page of Pentacles. So, one of Trump's flunkies. Lovers. People who Trump employee must be loyal to Trump above all. And Nine of Cups. Which is evidence all laid out. And she's pretty loose. We're having a drink. We're going to let it all hang out. Because this guy has no interest in taking the fall for Trump. Not one bit. And there's no NDA that covers illegal activity. Sucks to be you, Trump. Maybe you should, I don't know, stop making everywhere you go into a crime scene. Crazy talk. I know. All right. Okay. At 29 minutes in, this is, okay. Excuse me. This is something stupid Trump is saying. He's not the first one to say it, but it's apparently a thing now with him. And the question is this dumb idea going to catch on with the other brain donors? If given another go in office, he won't. Trump is vowing to unilaterally end natural-born citizenship for these children of undocumented migrants. That's what we think. Ding! That's a dumb idea. Will other GOPers take up this mantle even if Trump loses his bid in office? He will. Will the other GOP... Nike who says, I love exclamation points. I do too. I feel like, especially when I'm trying to encourage people and what have you, I'm trying to show some enthusiasm. Oh, do hit the thumbs up or subscribe, please. It helps a lot. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, Frida Smith. Constitution, someone? Mm-hmm. All right, GOP. I'm not seeing anything here I was talking about earlier today. I don't think it actually got into the question. It didn't. Okay. I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of what I think is an insight. Thank you, Kathy. You know how the far right has just lost their minds over LGBTQ plus stuff, existence, being, I don't know, human rights, being treated like people, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Why are you this upset all of a sudden? It's because they overturned Roe v. Wade. 1, they need a new boogeyman. 2, they are emboldened. Another fallout from the overturning of Roe v. Wade. They think they can go now and remake the United States in their knuckle-dragging, patriarchal, cruel, selfish, bigoted image. That's where this is coming from. Anyway, or rather, that's why there's such a blast of it now. So, you're gonna, yeah. These cards are coming straight off the top of the deck, which usually is just very clear, above board. Exactly, threat of hope. An attack on human rights against any group is an attack on all. Queen of Cups. Oh, we'd love to see you try. We'd love to see you try. Moon. Wheel of Fortune. Page of Swords. 5 of Wands. Ace of Wands. Nil point. They'll try. They're going to try all kinds of heinous things. I'd be surprised if DeSantis doesn't start talking about this. But howling at the moon, they are emboldened. They got Roe v. Wade overturned, and now they are up in arms. They can spew all their hatred, narrow-minded garbage. But time is moving on. Page of Swords. These are young people. And these are younger people who are going to eventually be taking over legislatures across the country and federally. We have a remarkably old average age in Congress right now. It won't. There are going to be younger people coming in. It just is. This is fighting amongst themselves and jumping on, well, how about we just all fight on this stupid thing? Okay. But you're fighting against the tide. All of this stupidity in this last gasp of patriarchy and false patriotism, it's not going to hold long term. It just isn't. But you can do a lot of damage now, which is what we're worried about. But it's not going to just keep going. Exactly, Alexandra Bellino. They're fighting to hold old belief systems. Yes. Okay. So, So I was trying to decide this morning who I dislike more. What do you think? On the list of people you don't like, I know it's close, but do you dislike Matt Gaetz or MTG more? Whom do you dislike more? I was trying to think through that this morning, and I came to my answer, but I'd like to know what you think. Anyway, Matt Gaetz at 3510. 3510. Matt Gaetz thinks something is wrong with MTG after her support of McCarthy and the debt deal. What? Matt Gaetz told MTG, blink twice if under duress. Ha ha, ha, ha. How long will Marge continue to support McCarthy is the official question here, but Core Smith says Gaetz and DeSantis are tied together. A whole bunch of people voting for MTG. A couple of Gaetzes. Peggy Who's. This is the reverse side of who's your favorite child. There we go. Ricky says running neck and neck. Yeah. Okay. My personal opinion does not mean it's right. It's just my opinion. Gaetz. Why? Drugging underage women. Plying young women with drugs who were just on the edges of just maybe trying to do a little intimate stuff for a little side money. No, plying them with drugs and getting them involved in orgies and etc., etc., etc. Yeah. She's heinous, but I haven't heard about anything underage. So he wins in my book, but it's close. It's close. All right. But how long will Marge continue to support McCarthy? Tracy Graber says, Gaetz seems a bit more dangerous. I think most know that MTG is off a tree. Yeah. All right, so MTG, how's it going? How many people have you yelled at today so far? Can you imagine being that angry all the time? And she is. When have you seen her when she wasn't angry? Can you think of a time right off the top of your head when you saw her when she wasn't angry? And actually, wasn't she one of the people who had the Christmas cards with their children holding automatic or semi-automatic weapons? Was she one of those? Which, when it comes to Christmas, means one thing: you've lost the plot. Christmas. If you're putting pictures of yourself and your children with giant guns on your... It was Boebert? I thought MTG did it as well. Well, in that case, for Boebert. If you are putting pictures of yourself and your children with giant guns on your Christmas cards, you have lost the plot. Ugh. Seven of Pentacles. Well, right now she's loving, she sees a way to try to stay in power, and her way in to be there longer, make more money, and do her favorite thing in the whole world, which is yell at other people. Make them feel as small as she possibly can. Marsha Hostetler says, I think people should just laugh at her. Seems to get under her skin. Bullies hate that. Yeah. That's good. Kathy Dalal says, a narcissist's favorite emotion, not counting revenge. Make other people feel like they are worth nothing. in whatever way possible. She's a sadist. Nine of Cups. Pardon me. Page of Pentacles. Yes, Page of Pentacles. Moon. Knight of Swords. No, Five of Swords. Five of Swords. Sorry, I've only been using this deck for like less than a week. Emperor. Oh no, she thinks this is her way into long-term power. More power. Being on more committees, maybe sharing a committee. McCarthy had her being, was it Speaker Pro Tem? That's probably the wrong term, but she was filling in for him basically she was filling in for the president of the chamber. Forgive me, especially when I'm doing readings. I details. Sorry. Anyway, she loved that. I mean, she got laughed at when she called for decorum, but it's more power, more people she can make small. This lady is messed up. So is she going to stop supporting McCarthy? Not until McCarthy isn't giving her more power. Yes, Feisty Butterfly Tarot. Yes, this is the Pulp Tarot deck. Yes. Okay. All right. Yes, I'm using the Pope Tarot deck. I did not see it on Amazon. Apparently, you can get it on Etsy. I got mine as a gift, so I don't know, but that's what you guys were kind enough to tell me. Okay. Heart of Hope says she hopes to rebrand and stay in power with the regular Republicans who are also, they're trying to pretend they're not as crazy, but they're just pretending. Anyway, if you're supporting her, all right. Okay. 43 minutes in. Oh my gosh. Granted, I haven't looked at his astrology, but I think I can go out on a limb. I think I can go out on a limb here. Guess what? The Iceman cometh. Mike Pence appears to be officially throwing his hat in the ring for the 2024 election. Will he get anywhere? Dr. Nancy says, power and control dominate and destroy the narcissist's way. Yes, but if you tell them that, they will tell you that they're only protecting themselves. They have to protect themselves because they're the victim here. Don't you see that? Mm-hmm. Asked about Pence's chances of getting into the White House. Kathy Ritchie responded with, and a lot of laughing emojis. Oh dear. And then we could all sing. We could sing Danzig at the inauguration. Mother. Kathy July is laughing. I can't breathe. I know. Mother. Six of Swords. It's possible, Pence, you've missed the boat. Just throwing that out there. Oh my gosh. Knight of Swords. Okay, well, there are some evangelicals who would vote for him, I guess. 4 of Swords, but not many. 8 of Wands. 10 of Wands. Oh, you're slightly burdened by a Trump problem. Now, if you had actually had a spine, well, if you had a spine, you wouldn't have been Trump's VP in the first place. But after he tried to kill you, your wife, and your child, and you turned around and continued to support him, you lost the entire MAGA world because they like strong men. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you've missed the boat. You've missed the plot. You've lost the plot. You've missed the boat. Bye. Kathy Dola says, boy, that guy can't read a room for his save his life. Yep. Cheryl Clark says, we have to vote for the fly too. Yes, lots of fly emojis coming out now. I haven't actually seen the fly emojis in the wild, so I didn't realize they had blue wings. Same as the fly, except the blue's kind of pretty. Anyway. Nil point. All right, 4630. Susie had a question. 4630. There's quite a bit of speculation about the US dollar and its survival. I personally think it's just another conspiracy theory, but what do the cards say? Will the US dollar survive? I would be surprised if it didn't. US dollar is now 89 degrees here in Chicago. Growing clouds, but they're very pretty, big, fluffy things. Have you heard Hank Green talking about clouds? It's amazing. Apparently, big, fluffy clouds like this, they actually weigh millions of pounds. It's very cool. Just random. US dollar. The Empress. Oh, that's us. Hello. Hello from America, specifically Chicago. You can't see it right here, but it says Chicago right there. I don't know. I don't even know why, but there's Chicago art in the other room. There's another Chicago sign in the kind of kitchen area. Yeah, just what we do. My family, not everybody in Chicago, it's like that. All right, 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands, Queen of Cups, Tower. You know what this feels like, honestly? This feels like COVID, the lockdowns, where we were struggling along and we were having our troubles, and then we had this lockdown, and we thought it all would come crashing down, or there's a real possibility everything would come crashing down, and it didn't. I'm not doomsaying here when I say that it is inevitable. At some point in our lifetimes, we will have a big economic downturn again. We'll have upturns, we'll have downturns. It's just how it does. It's just how it works. So, and a lot of the problem we're having now and the fear that we're having now is because of this lockdown. These lockdowns that were very necessary to save lives. It had one heck of a bad effect on the economy, because so much of the human economies are based on moving stuff around, trading, getting hither and yon, and doing and going out and doing the thing and getting the thing and doing and paying that, and and it all came to a screeching halt. And so, yeah, since then, prices went up. Inflation has been linked to, we don't have the inflation we're dealing with right now is not bad monetary policy from the government. There hasn't been a boatload of dollars just dumped into the system, lessening the power of the dollar. It was just prices went up because of the whole supply chain debacle. So even though this ends in the tower, it doesn't feel like this, as America, feels a lot stronger than this. We've been through this before. We've been through this any number of times. And you know what? We're still here. So I always say, do not take financial advice from anybody on YouTube. Don't take health advice. Don't take financial advice. You can take ideas, and then you can take them to someone who has the big expensive papers framed on their walls. The people who have all kinds of real authority in their topic. Oh, Alexander Bellino, bless you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, sweetie. Thank you. Huge difference. Thank you. I'm going to sneeze now. No, I'm not. Okay. But I will say this. I know how hard it is. I know what it's like to be low on money. I know what it's like to wonder how you're going to keep a roof over your head. Or I know what happens when, I know what foods are left when you can't buy groceries. I know what you end up eating. And there is nary a vegetable or a piece of fruit to be seen. Fill them up on starches. And maybe because of that, I've become a big proponent of slowly, even if it's painfully slowly, even if it's just $1 here or there, put anything you can aside for a rainy day. I know it's like, you got to be kidding. I've been there. But the economy does this over time. It just does. So, bless. All right. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Did someone say hello to Becca? Becca's here? What did I miss? Oh, House of Lenormand. Becca from House of Lenormand is here. Do follow House of Lenormand. Becca is awesome. Becca is talented and just lovely inside and out. All right. Of course, Mrs. Pay Yourself First. Betty Cantrell says, and a rainy day always comes around. Shirley S says that in planting a garden, if you can. Tracy Graber says, yeah, I finally started doing that. Surprising how much you can sock away. Yeah, little bit. Kathy Delisle says pasta and jarred sauce. Oh, that was good if you can get it. Yeah, but anyway. Larry Murray says, my mom says 10% if possible. If possible. Yeah, but it isn't always. Anyway, but there's a reason I give to food banks. Anyway, nobody in this country should go hungry, period. End of 5420. No one in the United States of America should ever be hungry. Just saying. All right. Okay, now this is the dumbest thing. Is this one of the things you guys read on Sunday night with the Petty Boots Club, Becca? About I think it wasn't at the end. Johnny brought it up. Former Trump advisor Michael Flynn is launching an online community named For the Pure. You guys read on this, didn't you? For COVID-19 unvaccinated people, where you can find blood donors, surrogates, and unvaccinated singles. Ew. Okay, I'm a germaphobe on a good day. And it's like, oh, be gone. I get all of my vaccinations. Anyway, rain will begin in 14 minutes, continuing over the next half hour. Thank you, NBC Chicago. Just went ding. All right. Because I'm grossed out. I need... Whew. All right. So, wow. A founding membership costs $2,500. Do you know how much good $2,500 could do for feeding America? Honestly? Do you know how many children you would help? But no, you're going to be giving money to Michael Flynn. Tell me your priorities are askew without telling me your priorities are askew. Anyway, will this go anywhere? Didn't you guys say that it was it would like end up going to court, which is inevitable, I would think. But man, yeah, Evelyn Hartman, grift. Ollie and Fran says grifter's gonna grift. Man. Velda Ray says, 8 years ago I had a bad allergic reaction to the flu vaccine. That's a different story. There are people who could not get the vaccine for very good reason. That's a whole different thing. Cat Shepard says that's a month's rent for most people. That's actually closer to 2 months' rent for me. Yes, Becca says plague enthusiast. Yes. Ew. Sorry, my grossed out 14-year-old inner child is coming out to say, ew, ew, ew. Two of Cups. I know. There are 14-year-olds out there right now who are like, excuse you. I know. It was a simpler time. And there were Valley girls. Two of Cups. Get all of the medical care that you can, especially the stuff that will help keep you alive. I don't think that's stepping outside the bounds into medical advice. It's just common sense. I also recommend keeping yourself clean and your surroundings basically tidy. Lucky girl, thank you for your Purell fund. Thank you. All right. Katie Arbuckle says, wait, how did they know they aren't vaccinated? A good point. There's the Empress. And we weep for the gene pool. Chariot. Knight of Cups. I am short a card, and it feels like that's symbolic of maybe short of a sandwich for the picnic. Eight of Pentacles. This is a con to make money. This is a grift. Oh, Susie, thank you. Thank you. Four of Cups. Look, if you want to be stupid, nobody's stopping you. But didn't I read the other day there was a state senator or state representative who was complaining about Big Globe. Big Globe? Yeah, Big Globe, who are pushing their round earth agenda. Big Globe. Not Big Oil. Becca says we're talking about people who drank bleach, ate arsenic, laced dirt. So, yeah, don't do that. Common sense is your friend. All the kind of simple stuff you learned, and everything I needed to learn, I learned in kindergarten. Well, you may not have learned everything you need to learn, but back to basics can be a good thing. Keep yourself clean and tidy. Keep your surroundings basically tidy. Eat a vegetable. If you have access to a vegetable, eat a vegetable every day. Eat more than one if you can. Have a piece of fruit if you can get access. Be kind. Pay your bills. Do not spend money you don't have. Basic stuff. So anyway, yeah, Holly and friends, common sense, common courtesy. Crazy talk. Okay. Oh, speaking of crazy talk, oh my gosh. 101, 101, 20, 101, 30, 101, 30. Janice has returned. The longtime viewers are aware that I refer to as Christie as Janice, because of all the politicians I've read on, and I've been here for years, literally every day, years here. Yeah. I have never dealt with a politician who has a bigger two-face. And it's not even like, oh, they say one thing and act another way. I'm not talking about hypocrites. I'm talking about it's like a complete personality switch. And Janice, which is where we get the name January from, Janice he had one head, but he had two faces, one facing the future and one facing the past. And so you'll see statues or busts of Janice, and it's shoulders, head, face one way, face the other. Christie is Janice. I've never seen it. He will be charming, personable. Seems like a great guy. Everything's fine. And then, wham! Awful, vicious, authoritarian, untrustworthy, selfish. And just when you're like, you are the worst. And before you can get through the word worst, it's flip. Oh, personable, reasonable. I've never seen it to that extent. He's the top of that two-faced pile. So Christie thinks that President Christie has a nice ring to it. Which one? And is reportedly announcing his candidacy in the next 2 weeks. So, President Christie, my jaw hurts even just saying that. I'm serious. I just got like pain in my jaw. Like, oh. All right. What's the likelihood of a President Christie? Kathy Delisle in the chat. Yeah. Oh, cards right off the top of the deck. Very clear. Six of Cups, nostalgia. Depends which Christie shows up. If he's the one who was willing to work with Obama during the hurricane, but can he keep up that facade? Can he get through a Republican primary on that facade? Hermit. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, Michelle, thank you. Thank you. Ace of Swords. Moon. Whoops. Devil. Dude. Dude. Isolation. Can he raise the money? You would think when all the charges start coming down against Trump and his ilk that it might open the way for someone like a Christie to step forward into the vacuum. When all this legal stuff is happening, but this is also him announcing, but then we get the moon and the devil. Howling at the moon, horrible energy. And we know the Republican primary is going to be brutal. And boy, have I got the popcorn for it. I have plenty of tea. I checked. Becca says, I'm just here for the impending GOP mudslinging cage fighting. Yep. All right. And we've got a question from Susie. We're going to go overseas. 106.45. Can you read on Russia? Susie was asking, can you read on Russia? Is Putin still there? Will the Wagner group be successful in an attempted coup? I have not picked up on the Wagner group wanting to do anything other than just go somewhere where they can make money. That's not a coup in Russia. But let's have a look at, briefly, let's look at Putin. Oh, is that what that foul stench is? So serial killer, how you doing? Yeah, I know. The body count's just never high enough, is it? 6 of Swords. He's moving around in secret. Not really surprising. I wonder if we'll find out that he actually wormed his way closer to the front. I'm not saying he was on the front, but closer to the front to see for himself his epic failure. Queen of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Lack of money, anybody? 10 of Pentacles. The dynasty. The war, the dynasty. Yeah, but your delusions of grandeur are writing checks that your economy and your populace can't cash. And that's just how it is. Man. Michelle L says, my current craving is grapes. I have a feeling I'm going to be eating lots of grapes throughout June. Come on down, Jack Smith. Oh, man. No. That sounds really good. And I'm not going grocery shopping for at least, I'm not getting a grocery order until at least a week. But I'll be fine. I got some apples to finish. Some little galas to finish. All right. 5 of Swords. Insult to injury. Yeah, you were failing. Dude. Epic. Epic. Epic failure. Staggering. Massive. Devil. Hanged Man. Queen of Cups. He doesn't have a good future, and we're going to see it. And that is the perfect place to leave off for today. Thank you so much for being here. It is 1:18 p.m. here in Chicago at 3 o'clock. I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel with Sarah. Sarah might be starting without me. Wednesday afternoons, I have an appointment. But I will be there ASAP. I have lots to do. And good stuff. Thank you so much for all of your kindness. I can never thank you enough. All right. Please remember, you are not alone. We are all in this together, and there are good days ahead. Oh, 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 oh. Hang in there. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Take care.